Daniel Boone had a coonskin cap and a great big rifle, too. He put Kentucky on the map and explored it through and through.
Daniel Boone, he was really plucky. Remember, it was Daniel Boone who first explored Kentucky.
In 1734, Daniel Boone was born. He loved to hunt and to explore with gun and powder horn.
Daniel Boone, he was really plucky. Remember, it was Daniel Boone who first explored Kentucky.
The Indians were all around when Daniel went exploring, but Daniel knew where they'd be found. He knew their ways of warring.
Daniel Boone, he was really plucky. Remember, it was Daniel Boone who first explored Kentucky.
Daniel was the kind of man who made our country great. Because of Daniel and his plan, we gained a grand new state.
Daniel Boone, he was really plucky. Remember, it was Daniel Boone who first explored Kentucky.
Ponce looked for the fountain of youth. Though he met with no success, he is famous nevertheless.
He found Florida instead.
And that's the truth.
And that's the truth. And that's the truth.
Ponce was a soldier as brave as he could be. He fought a war against the Moors in 1493. In search of more adventure, he went aboard a ship
and sailed with Columbus on his second trip.
He won another glory, this hero brave and bold, exploring Puerto Rico, where he discovered gold. The folks in Puerto Rico, they really thought it fine.
When he became their governor in 1509,
Ponce de Leon heard a story the Indians said was truth, about a famous fountain that restored a man to youth. And so he went exploring to find this famous spring. He looked all over Florida, but couldn't find a thing. Ponce de Leon died there, but still he didn't fail. He helped explore a new land. He was first to break the trail. Remember Ponce de Leon, all honor to his name, for he discovered Florida and won his right to fame.
Ponce de Leon looked for the fountain of youth. Though he met with no success, he is famous nevertheless.
He found Florida instead.
And that's the truth.
Sam Houston was a pioneer as brave as he could be, and he helped the state of Texas in her fight for liberty.
he was born in Old Virginia in 1793, and he learned about the Indians' ways when he lived with the Cherokee.
Old Sam Houston, a fighting man was he, a pioneer who knew no fear and fought for liberty.
Now General Jackson sent for Sam in 1832. He said there's trouble way out west and I've got a job for you.
So off to Texas Houston went, a-traveling westward ho, and there he helped the Texans win their fight with Mexico.
Old Sam Houston, a fighting man was he, a pioneer who knew no fear and fought for liberty.
At the Battle of San Jacinto, Houston won his victory. It was fought in 1836, and it made all Texas free.
As the president of Texas, old Sam Houston did contrive to have Texas join the USA in 1845.
Old Sam Houston, a fighting man was he, a pioneer who knew no fear and fought for liberty. Now all the Texans honored Sam and celebrate his fame. They named the city after him, and Houston is its name. the sea. A pioneer who knew no fear and fought for liberty. Some folks like to stay at home. Some folks think it's boring. Some men like a peaceful life, and some men go exploring.
We'd like to tell you about one of those men who went exploring. His name was Balboa, and this is his story.
Balboa, Balboa, his achievement was terrific. In the year of 1513, he discovered the Pacific.
Balboa was a Spaniard born in 1475, and he became so famous that his name is still alive.
He died in 1517. He was falsely accused of treason. Still, we all should know his name for a most important reason.
He came to the West Indies when he was young and bold, and soon he went exploring for adventure and for gold.
The Pacific Ocean is a great big place, that's a fact and you won't doubt it. But till Balboa came along, nobody knew about it.
He crossed the Caribbean, he sailed the Spanish Main, fighting and exploring for his native land of Spain.
In 1513, September 29th, he created a commotion. He crossed the land of Panama and discovered the Pacific Ocean. Balboa, Balboa, his achievement was terrific. In the year of 1513, he discovered the Pacific.
A senator from Tennessee, an Indian fighter too. There wasn't any single thing Dave Crockett couldn't do.
Dave Crockett was a fighting man who helped to build the West.
At riding hard and fighting hard, Dave Crockett was the best. He was born in 1736 in the state of Tennessee. Then he traveled out to Texas where he fought for liberty.
The Texans wanted liberty and Crockett thought them right.
So he grabbed his gun and his powder horn and jumped into the fight.
Then along came Santa Anna and his troops from Mexico. With 40,000 soldiers, he attacked the Alamo. 150 Texans held the fort for 12 long days. And down through all eternity, the world still sings their praise. Then Santa Anna had Dave shot, but still his memory is just as bright as when he fought and died for liberty.
A senator from Tennessee,
An Indian fighter too.
there wasn't any single thing
Dave Crockett couldn't do.
In Portugal there lived a boy, Magellan was his name. He loved to watch the ships at sea and dreamed that someday he would be
Sailing on the ocean to win his fame.
When he grew up to be a man, Magellan had his chance. He took a trip upon a ship, around the world it was a pip.
Magellan sailed across the ocean's wide expanse. Sailing, a-sailing, way back in 1521. Magellan went a-sailing around the world.
The trip took almost 2 long years the first time it was tried. Around the world Magellan went, a really great accomplishment.
Ferdinand Magellan was his country's pride.
For Ferdinand Magellan we will give a loud hooray. Magellan won the world's acclaim, the Straits of Magellan bear his name.
It was Ferdinand Magellan who showed the way.
Sailing, a-sailing, way back in 1521. Magellan sailed across the ocean's wide expanse.
Now here's the story of two men who started to explore. They went from old St. Louis to the far Pacific shore.
When Jefferson was president, he said to himself one day,
We'll cross the Mississippi, and we'll see what's out that way.
He sent for Lewis and for Clarke in 1804. He warned that they'd cross Indian lands no white man crossed before.
Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke traveled across the land. Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke helped America to expand.
They hired themselves an Indian guide,
Bird Woman was her name.
then started out upon their trip to glory and to fame.
They traveled for 8,000 miles. They were really pioneers. From 1804 to 1806, they traveled 2 long years.
Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke traveled across the land. Meriwether Lewis and William Clarke helped America to expand.
Round or flat, shaped like a ball or a sailor's hat. Flat or round.
In what kind of shape would the world be found? Now, once upon a time, the people thought the world was flat. But Christopher Columbus said, I don't believe in that. He said he'd prove to everyone the world was really round. Because of his discoveries,
He's famous and renowned.
Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Until he found America in 1492.
Christopher Columbus went to the Queen of Spain.
He said he needed money and he started to explain.
Queen Isabella liked his plans and helped him with his mission. She went right out and sold her jewels to finance his expedition. Christopher Columbus and his hardy crew
Reached their goal October 12th in 1492. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria sailed out on a summer's day. Their fame and their glory are sung in the story. Columbus was on his way. They sailed and sailed for 40 days. The crew was all excited when on the 12th day of October a great new world was sighted.
Christopher Columbus, he sailed the ocean blue
Until he found America in 1492.